Hello. This is your time. So it's time to get involved with the most radical opportunity that you're ever likely to have in your entire life. And this video is going to break that opportunity down using simple concepts and explanations that will answer 10 fundamental questions. Like Mr. Mufara says, real genius is seen by taking something complicated and making it appear simple. Now, I don't want you thinking that I think that what I'm doing here is anywhere near genius, because obviously it's not. But I do really hope that it gets simple enough for you to understand in a linear fashion what is going on and why it's such a big deal. And the only way that I know how to do that is to get rid of all the big words when you're trying to explain something. So, I am sure that most of you are familiar with a green dinosaur named Barney. Well, my army friends, when they were going to explain something or when we were doing a training, we were going to say, all right, we're going to break it down Barney style. So let's take a little time with this and explain Barney style what this business is about by answering the following questions. Who is Ash Mufara? What is Onpassive? What is GoFounders? What are the founders? What are buyers and resellers? What are members? How do members earn? Why should I join Onpassive? How do I join GoFounders? And what do I do after I join GoFounders? All right, so who is Mr. Ash Mufara? Well, Mr. Mufara is a university-trained master information technology professional. He's spent about 20 years advancing technology and e-commerce as a marketing expert. He is a very successful businessman. He's an absolute visionary and a self-made multimillionaire. He is an American family man that loves hiking, fishing, and swimming, and space. Yeah. The man loves space. SpaceX, NASA, outer space, anything space, he loves it. But equally as important, Mr. Mufara is the man that came up with a revolutionary idea to develop a radical new business model that's going to serve as a solution for the world's online marketing space. It's pretty much based on a three-pronged approach to success, and it guarantees that success for its members. The model is called Onpassive. So, what is Onpassive? Well, Onpassive is an information technology company. It's an IT company. It's developed and owns its online marketing platform. That platform is a total internet solution. The TIS is what we call it. That's the acronym for solving real-world challenges by providing, one, every tool needed to run any online business automatically. 2, by eliminating the need for online marketers to recruit or sell. And 3, it provides a radical pay plan that gently forces a perpetual growing success for its members. The parent company of GoFounders, Onpassive, is expected to open later this year to the public. Its mantra is AI with heart. Okay. So what is GoFounders? Well, GoFounders is a platform owned and operated by Onpassive. It's one of the many departments that help make Onpassive an online marketing giant. It's hosted at GoFounders.net as a standalone platform that houses a community of Onpassive founder members by providing tools to manage teams, communicate with each other, and to communicate with Onpassive. GoFounders, as a department in Onpassive, was established in 2019, and it provides an avenue for focus, information, and connectedness to its founder base. These tools include fully functioning contact managers, a social media platform, technical support, marketing material, and a host of other tools used by the founders to help build and shape the company. GoFounders has 2 mantras, all done for you, and in it to win it. And that brings us to founders. So, what are founders? Well, founders are the early adopters of the new radical ideas that birthed Onpassive. They're the folks that paid the $97 cost to obtain a founder position within Onpassive. As such, They engage in a lot of activities for the company, like beta testing everything in the GoFounders platform to include systems used for marketing and money flow, as well as programs that make up Onpassive's digital ecosystem, etc., etc. In short, founders are people that paid the price of admission because they either understand Mr. Mufar's vision or they're entrepreneurs simply willing to take the perceived risk of joining. Hey, we've all been there, right? Because that's what entrepreneurs do. Look it up. Either way, they're Onpassive's first-line leaders. They're considered to be the top 1% of the company and cooperatively share in efforts to build and shape the company. To further define the founder, there are two types. There are the primary early bird founders. These are the first round of people to join GoFounders at the cost of $97. The other type of founder is a secondary founder. The word secondary here is simply a frame of reference describing a founder that has paid an increased cost, which incidentally has not happened yet, to purchase a founder position after the marketing campaigns begin. When the campaigns begin, the price increase will take effect the same day. This means everybody joining GoFounders through the campaigns before Onpassive opens to the public by paying the increased price will be placed in the primary founders teams as secondary founders. I know that was a mouthful, so bear with me. Secondary founders can also have teams. Needless to say, entry for secondary founders has not been authorized since it's based on the start of the campaigns. So let's recap a little bit. I know that may have been a little confusing. So primary founders are the top 1% of Onpassive that joined by paying the $97 prior to the beginning of the marketing campaigns and before we launch publicly. The secondary founders are those that join by paying the increased costs when it comes available at the time the campaigns start and are subsequently placed in the founder primary teams, and the primary founders are accepted before the campaigns. Secondary founders are accepted during the campaigns. Both founder positions are closed once Onpassive opens to the public. So that brings us to the members. What are members? Well, members are people that join Onpassive or GoFounders by any means available. The primary founders that join before the marketing campaigns start are members. Secondary founders that join during the campaigns but prior to Onpassive opening to the public are members. Buyers and resellers that join after Onpassive opens to the public are also members. In short, anyone that joins Onpassive is a member. So, next, logically, you'd probably ask, well, how do members earn? Well, because Onpassive has every right to choose how to compensate its members, its income is shared with resellers, which includes founders, as compensation for ongoing work done to build the company by growing its subscription base and according to agreements that have been made prior to launch. This is to say, both buyer and resellers are a source, a channel, if you will, for monthly profits coming into Onpassive from the sale of Onpassive products through their monthly subscription. This channel is actually akin to a 4-lane highway, if you could look at it like that, because there are 4 subscription levels and they have more products and profitability as their levels go up. As stipulated by the pay plan, a portion of these profits are shared with certain members like founders and resellers to produce an income for them. The compensation provided on any particular account is residual for life as based on the compensation table, which is available for review inside of GoFounders as long as the account is active. To review the specific payout amounts, you're going to have to access the pay plan through the back office. Yep, that means if you're not a member, you're not going to see the current pay plan. Inactive accounts aren't going to be paid either. They include accounts that are not current regarding monthly subscription fees and accounts that have been either suspended or deleted. So that'll come to the next question, I guess, and we ask, why should I join Onpassive? Well, in a word, life. You join it for your life, to enhance, expand, and enjoy your life more. You join it because you got a ton of other stuff that you want to do before you die. And this is the best way to achieve the financial freedom to do them. You join it because you love your family and your friends and you want the very best for them too. You join it because there's a million people that aren't as fortunate as you are and need your help. You want to join it because it's going to make you happy, and joining GoFounders is the first step to you becoming the very, very best version of yourself that you can be. All right. So you say, hey, Jeff, I want to be the best I can be. How do I join GoFounders? Well, that's easy. If you've been invited previously, get back in touch with whoever it was that invited you, and they can easily walk you through the steps. However, if you've forgotten who that was, or you've lost the link, or whatever, or maybe you haven't even been previously invited, just click one of the two links in the description box below. The first link is going to allow you to request an invitation. The second link, if you want to skip the invite, allows you to join immediately. So that brings us to, okay, what do I do after I join? Well, you could sit back on your donk and relax, but I wouldn't if I were you. I recommend getting as many people as you can in your team prior to the campaign starting, and certainly before we open publicly. Remember, each founder you recruit will have a team built and becomes an income stream for you. They, in turn, can begin to fill their teams with founders. They will be filled with founders, as a matter of fact. Again, anyone you bring in prior to our opening to the public is going to have teams built for them. So, the more you have in your teams before we open to the public, the more rapid and robust your success is going to be. Think about this one thing. 10 people in your teams prior to Onpassive's public debut will do in 6 months what it would take otherwise about 5 years to accomplish. So, in closing this out, let me just say, if you've already been invited, please reply to that founder that invited you to join. We're looking for leaders with integrity, and that would certainly show that you have yours fully intact. However, if you've forgotten who that was or whatever, maybe you weren't even invited, then join with me right now. Just click one of the two links in the description box below. But whatever you decide to do, I really wish blessing upon blessing for you and for your entire family. And I thank you so much for listening.